covering is, oh, great. We started the
I
recording.
just
You want
realized
to do
that.
a little intro again on Lise for the,
Yes, maybe I will just quickly redo it. Yes, sorry about this, guys. I just forgot to record. And sorry, Hillary. Maybe we'll just back off a little bit. So I will just introduce you, Hillary, again. So Hillary Faye is here with us for this exciting conversation today. Hillary is an intuitive healer, and she channels the Arcturians who assist her in her amazing healing work. And today we'll get to experience live this new healing technology that the Arcturians have given us. It's called the Crystal Chambers. So, greetings, Hillary, again. So, thank you again for joining. And so, I was just asking you about your awakening journey and how you came to meet up our star families and the Arcturians. So, sorry, can you start again about this? Sorry.
of course. And thank you for having me. I'm so excited that you're doing this format of these master classes where we can dive deeper into some of these special topics, like the Arcturian Crystal Chambers and all of the healing. So, yes, I, like many of you, have had many layers of awakening starting when I was 17 years old. And then when I was around 30, maybe 33, around 7 years ago, I experienced light language for the first time, which some Arcturian light language will be coming through when we go into the crystal chamber nervous system regeneration transmission. But this woman named Honey Bee, she was offering a diamond light body activation and speaking many types of light language. And she said, "Don't be surprised if you wake up tomorrow speaking languages that you don't recognize." And I thought, I'm not going to. But the next morning, I was in my backyard speaking languages I didn't recognize. I ended up having mentorship with her. And what I found out over time is that the three types of light language that I was speaking were where my soul had incarnated in previous lifetimes. So many of us, everyone here listening, has had incarnations that Arcturians are confirming in different star civilizations. I mean, there are just billions of galaxies within this multiverse. And sometimes when you hear something like light language, which is multidimensional healing codes of light, it awakens this language that your soul has known before. So my soul had had incarnations in Andromeda as an Andromedan, in the Pleiades and 45 as a Palladian, and in Arcturus as an Arcturian. And that is why when I heard these types of light language being spoken, it awoken the soul memory of these different languages that I have spoken when I was in different star civilizations. And then
Mm.
how I began working more deeply with the Arcturians, first off, I had a lot of healing I needed to do within my nervous system, particularly. One of the reasons that I started diving into the spiritual path at a young age, well, when I first really discovered it at the age of 17, is because I had experienced a tremendous amount of trauma growing up, so much that I didn't feel that I could really carry on and live out the rest of my life. I felt that too much had been put on me, that I didn't even really know how to function. My nervous system had been through a lot. And when I was doing one-on-one sessions on Zoom, Arcturians, these emissaries of light, Arcturian Crystal Chamber Master Healers, started coming into the one-on-one sessions. And they started explaining how the main key that was causing issues for humanity and was a big barrier to ascension, which of course we are ascending, was issues with the nervous system, how the collective energies of the collective awakening, how our personal relationships, health stressors, financial stressors, relationship stressors, childhood trauma, traumatic incidences that we've experienced, how there are powers that be that don't want the highest freedom of humanity. And there were so many layers of toxicity in our environment, energetic intensity. I could list out 100 reasons why humanity was having major issues with the nervous system. And they started training me in this specific healing called the nervous system regeneration that everyone will experience today as a way to support this. And one of the main reasons they want to support it is because the Arcturians are the master healers of our galaxy, but they're also masters of ascension. And they're really invested in the ascension of humanity. And they could see how this whole kind of collection of things had caused the nervous system to be frayed, caused people to be in the fight, flight, fear, fawn responses, kind of stuck in programs that were causing a lot of struggle and a lot of suffering, and were kind of slowing down that collective ascension process and the individual ascension process. And that's what they really wanted to support with, was supporting humanity's nervous systems for infinite benefits, because when our nervous system is functioning well, the benefits are infinite, with our health and well-being, with our ability to attract abundance, with our ability to be happy and experience bliss, with our ability to put ourselves out there and help humanity with our ascension process. There's so many layers to it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of my questions actually. Why is it so important to take care of our nervous system? Why is it so essential for our ascension, for our individual and collective ascension?
It is. This nervous system is really how kind of the operation of our brain, how we're able to function, and it has so many components to it, from our ability to move around in time and space to our ability to rest and digest our food. It really is so, so deep. And when we're in this space, which is parasympathetic mode, when we're in the mode of having our nervous system really be optimized and unwound, this is when we're in our own innate self-healing ability and where the body actually heals itself. It's a system that affects every single part of our being and every single part of our lives. It is one of the most key systems within the human body. And when the system can receive the light that it needs, when it can unwind and really work with that harmonic consciousness, the benefits are infinite.
Wow, yes. So does it mean that our nervous system is also an interface with other dimensions, with our other dimensions?
Yes, definitely. When we are in this space of safety, in this space of unwinding, it is through that space, parasympathetic mode, where we can enter into these higher dimensions of consciousness as well and connect more deeply with our guides, which they already are. In my morning meditation, the Arcturians were sharing to really invite everyone to be in communion with them. They always say to me, we are one with you, and we are always holding space for you to step into oneness with us. And even as we're talking and sharing now, we're already connecting to their consciousness, which is Very, very pure, very joyful, incredibly loving. They're the most ancient, enlightened, joyful, highest dimensional beings in our galaxy. All of the star beings in the Milky Way galaxy look up to the Arcturians because they've done the deep ascension work, the deep healing work to really become the highest dimensional, ninth to 12th dimensional beings in our galaxy, where they are keepers of pure spirit. And because they've been through a lot and done a lot of deep transformational work themselves, they're wonderful guides in helping others ascend and heal as well.
Wow, yes, actually, I was wondering why they were stepping up now at this time to help us.
It's a pivotal time and they know it. The collective ascension energies have picked up. It's so ramped up with the ascension of Mother Gaia, with the collective ascension process, our individual ascension process. And we're processing more information and energy than ever before with all of the changes in the Schumann resonance and all of the solar flares. And it's a more intense time than it has ever been. And they really wanted to support us through this intensity and ensure that our nervous systems are protected from any energies that may not have the highest wishes for humanity, from any energies that want humanity to be controlled or to be sick or unwell. They really want to protect us from any of those frequencies because now with so much of the Wi-Fi frequencies and spending so much time on technology, there's a lot of layers to why the nervous system needs more support now than ever before.
Wow, yes, thank you for sharing this. And so today we'll be talking about the crystal healing chambers from the Arcturians. So could you maybe tell us a little bit more about the crystal chambers? What are they, and how do they work?
Oh, that's a great question. So the Arcturians, I'll share a little bit about them and then how the crystal chambers work. They connect with us through their holographic light bodies, and the Arcturians work with crystalline technology. They work with harmonic crystalline living light. And human consciousness can be kind of like a roller coaster with our energies and thoughts and emotions, but the crystalline consciousness is harmonic consciousness. The Arcturians have a lot of temples and crystal chambers on the orange giant star called Arcturus, which is their home planet, their home star, their home planet in the Milky Way galaxy. But they also have a fleet of light ships, including the mothership, including the starship Athena. And these ships are crystalline powered. They're mostly powered by moldavite crystals. And what they do is they beam this crystalline living light consciousness into different power locations onto Earth, such as the pyramids of Giza, Stonehenge, Mount Shasta, and they help feed the ley lines and the light grid of the planet as they're supporting the ascension of Mother Gaia. And then we have the ability to connect with this technology as well. So just as they'll beam this specific frequencies of light into these power centers on Earth, these power sites, they can also beam directly to us. So from their different light ships, these light ships are like living organic organisms. They aren't made of metal or they don't feel as solid and they're crystalline powered. They've shown me that on board these light ships, they have these crystal chambers, and some of them they've custom calibrated for specific purposes, such as the crystal chamber for nervous system regeneration. And just how the Arcturians connect with us in their holographic light bodies, they have the ability to project what would be like holographic fields of light, but really they're fields of living, liquid, crystalline, harmonic light so that we can be held in that frequency of the crystal chamber consciousness. And then we also have the ability to travel in our light bodies or our astral bodies directly to Arcturus or directly on board one of these organic light ships that the Arcturians have, such as the starship Athena or the mothership.
So, so it's both something that yeah, we resonate with it. Is it something that we consciously ask for, or how do we access those chambers? Is it something which happens unconsciously, or is it something which we can really uh, uh, start and ask for?
You can definitely ask for it, and I really recommend it. The Arcturians, of course, honor our free will and would not force any healing upon anyone. They do come to people to offer the healing, and if your higher self is in alignment with it, you will receive the crystal chamber frequency. How they've always shown it to me is imagine these holographic fields of crystalline liquid light forming all around you. So normally about 4 feet from the physical body, the field forms in front, above, behind, below, on the left and the right hand side so that we're completely contained within these harmonic fields of living crystalline light that have specific purposes. And the crystal chamber technology is so intelligent that right when you connect to it, it begins scanning or kind of intuitively reading what the specific issue is. And the frequency then begins clearing and bringing really deep, profound light exactly to the specific issue. But I really do recommend, and I'll guide us through the process in the transmission, asking for it, asking to be in communion with the Arcturians. We can ask as I fall asleep tonight. I'm asking to go on board the starship Athena or the mothership to enter a crystal chamber for my healing. We can definitely ask to receive the healing.
Right. Well, amazing. Well, you mentioned actually the transmission and the activation. So I think maybe it's a good time to start on this if you are ready, Hillary. Is it okay for you to start channeling this those frequencies?
Yes. I invite everyone to get cozy, to open to receive. If you want to roll out the shoulders a few times, if anyone wants to have a sip of tea, or if you have some water with you to hydrate. And when you're ready, in any position that feels most comfortable, you're welcome to gently close your eyes and receive a few deep breaths. We are already connecting to a bridge of light that will connect us to the starship Athena, the Arcturian emissaries of light, and the Arcturian crystal chamber master healers are connecting with you in their holographic light bodies now. And their frequency is incredibly pure, joyful, loving. As you receive a breath, you can repeat out loud after me. Inhale to repeat out loud. I am communing. with the Arcturian consciousness. I am strengthening my connection to my Arcturian guides. I am stepping into oneness with the Arcturian living light. The Arcturians have been preparing the energy with me for several days. The crystal chamber master healers and the Arcturian emissaries of light are creating a bridge of light now directly from the starship Athena. And this bridge of light is beginning to form the holographic fields of the crystal chamber of nervous system regeneration. As you breathe and soften, knowing that you are connected, these fields of light are forming around you now, in front of you, below you and behind you, above you, on the right side, on the left side. And your physical body is now held in this frequency, the Arcturian Crystal Chamber of Nervous System Regeneration, while we're inviting your light body to move up, inviting the light body to move up the bridge of light. As the emissaries of light are welcoming you now on board the starship Athena. Here, the crystal chamber for nervous system regeneration. This crystalline powered chamber has a bed in the center that has been custom calibrated specifically for you. And you're invited to lay on this bed now. And we are going to focus on the vagus nerve, one of the most crucial parts of the nervous system, which has an effect on how we breathe, on our heart coherence, on our ability to access the higher dimensions of consciousness, on our digestion. Helioha is one of the main crystal chamber master healers. And Giuliano is the captain of the starship Athena. And with the Arcturian emissaries of light, the crystal chamber nervous system regeneration healing is underway. We're going to start by working with the white rose frequency. 3 perfect bloom white roses, one being placed in the medulla oblongata at the back of the brain, which is the origination point of the vagus nerve. The second perfect bloom, etheric white rose being placed in the heart center. And the third being placed in the solar plexus. And the crystal chamber is now intuitively reading and working with the roses to vacuum any cellular debris, old stress, pressure, emotional residue, energy that you've taken on from the collective, from relationships in your life, from your work, all being vacuumed now by the three perfect bloom white ray roses as you count 3 more breaths. And now the Arcturians will begin placing the light of the violet flame through these 3 white roses. The violet flame moving into the medulla oblongata, through the vagus nerve, which runs along the sides of the neck, into the bundles of vagus nerve all around the heart and lungs like branches of a tree, down into the nerve bundles all through the digestive system. You can breathe and mentally repeat violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. The violet flame is the master clearer. The white rose and the violet flame are working to cleanse, purify, and alchemize any debris, anything the vagus nerve has been holding on to that is unbeneficial. Receive another breath. And then we'll lift out these 3 white ray blooms, thanking them, pushing them 1,000 feet out into space and exploding them like golden fireworks. As the Arcturians now bring their Vogel crystal wands, their Stargate wands, and begin channeling the blue diamond light. This blue diamond light strengthens, regenerates the nerves. It regenerates that myelonian sheath, which is a barrier of energetic protection around the nerve. So breathe in the Arcturian blue diamond light now. And I will begin speaking the Arcturian light language. These tones and sounds are not meant to be interpreted in English, but they are multidimensional healing codes of light. So really choose to receive as much as you can. Embrace your oneness with the Arcturian consciousness. Breathing the blue diamond light through your entire vagus nerve. As you breathe in this light language transmission. Ila mati kaniari nila kani raka ia namaya la kiani ni kani la mani la nientika. Iki kona ni ona nila kiani ora haria ni okia mani ayala. Ya kalia mani ni konia. Mani ni akania la kia. Io canti kumani ni una yalantico. Yentico ni malakania. Ni no koya la ya I oya tikaya. allowing that blue diamond light to soothe the vagus nerve bundles around the heart, opening your breath, opening the lungs, opening the heart coherence. The vagus nerve bundles around your solar plexus and all of your digestive organs, supporting your ability to process the nutrients, to release that which is not for your body to hold on to, supporting the digestive fire by unwinding the stress. 3 more breaths. Knowing that this healing is happening all around where your physical body is, and your light body is within the nervous system regeneration chamber on the starship Athena. So we're going to ask your light body now to be guided by the Arcturian emissaries of light, to be guided down the bridge of light, so that your light body on your next deep inhale can enter fully into your physical body. And the pure high frequency, the custom calibrated healing frequency of the crystal chamber is entering into your physical form now. Receiving this moment, strengthening your connection to the Arcturians who deeply love you, who support your healing and ascension on all levels. Expressing your gratitude to them. Receiving a breath to integrate. And when you're ready, you can slowly, gently open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling. You're welcome to share in the Q&A with us how you're feeling if you'd like. And welcome back.
Oh, thank you. So much love. Thank you to the Arcturians. Thank you, Hillary. Thank you to the whole team and our amazing bodies also, because our bodies are such wonderful um, bodies, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, so it was really, really powerful, and I just need 1 or 2 seconds. Thank you. So, actually, I want to remind everyone that to get more of this, you can just drop your full name and email in the Q&A, and you can receive another one of Hillary's powerful sessions. So please, if you want to receive this, just drop your full name and email. Um, Also, as we announced at the beginning, and Hillary is offering us 3 live intuitive readings. So this is really an amazing gift that Hillary is sharing with the Arcturians. So, so it will be about the topic of the masterclass. So it is about the nervous system. So please, if you have any nervous system issue that you'd like to share, and which you would like to receive a mini healing, and we will choose intuitively 3 people. So please go ahead now and write about those issues, nervous system issues that you'd like to share. And then we'll pick three people intuitively. So please start writing everything, well, your name and your issue in the Q&A. So I'm just waiting for the names to show up. So maybe in the meantime, you can tell us about this light language that you were sharing um, just during the transmission. As you were saying, this is really is it like liquid, this liquid light you were referring to?
The light language really is like multidimensional healing codes of light, and the Arcturian light language holds a lot of joy. And that specific light language that was coming through mostly for the vagus nerve bundle around the heart and lungs, because when we can bring deep healing to this bundle of nerves, we can expand our breath, we can open our heart coherence. It really opens the doorway to that fifth and higher dimensional consciousness, to deeper communion with our guides. So that was the intention that was coming through. Normally it's Helioha, which it was today, who is one of the main crystal chamber master healers. She's like an Arcturian priestess, and she was bringing that frequency through. The guides want you to know that we're going to be staying in the crystal chamber through the whole entire master class. And what's wonderful about when we get to do the mini readings is it's not just the person receiving the reading and healing that receives. How the transmission comes through is whatever that specific issue may be. Everybody who's listening live or live on the replay is able to receive that healing transmission for that specific issue as well, too. So it's really beautiful because when we connect with the crystal chamber consciousness as a group, we really can amplify that healing exponentially.
Mm, yeah, great. Well, so now we have those three people which have been selected. So we have Janine and Gina and Carolina. So I will start with Janine and I will share her issue. So Hillary, is it okay for you now to start?
Yes, let's start.
Okay. So I will read this. So Janine, for years I am clenching my jaw and teeth in the night while sleeping. I do qigong, meditation, and a lot of other things, but the tension on my jaw could not be released fully yet. I am wondering what could be the cause of that and how I can release or heal it on the core level.
Oh, thank you, Janine. That's a wonderful question. And the light is already coming through for this. It feels like a lot of unconscious tension that is being held in the nervous system. And during the day, it's easier to be more aware of kind of relaxing the jaw and not grinding the teeth or not clenching the jaw. But at night, when we're in that sleep state, it can be really, really common to clench the jaw. So we're going to ask in this reading what the energetic root is and bring healing to that energetic root. I recommend as much as you can when you're falling asleep to try to really allow your jaw to slack and rest. And some people either wash their hands thoroughly or put on like a medical glove and they'll work with their fingers within the jaw to massage and release the jaw tension. But we're going to work with that energetically as well with the Arcturians. So anyone who has any issues with the jaw, any jaw tension as well, is also welcome to receive this healing transmission that is for Janine and everybody listening. So you're welcome to close your eyes again. The Arcturians really want to bring our presence to the fact that we are still held and will be for this entire masterclass in the harmonic, living light, liquid fields of the crystal chamber consciousness. They're saying that one of the roots of the jaw tension is processing the collective fear and the collective pressure, really uncertainty, causing that clenching at night. And the other aspect, so it's a processing of the collective sort of pressure and tension, but also a personal pressure that we put on ourselves. Are we doing everything we're meant to in this lifetime? Are things going fast enough? Kind of along those lines. That's the energetic root. So I'm working now with two crystals, with a big lapis lazuli and a large Lemurian quartz as well too. And I'm going to work on the sides of the jaw. And the Arcturians are bringing now their Stargate Vogel wands, and they're going to work with the violet flame frequency. And you're welcome to repeat silently, mentally, violet flame, violet flame, violet flame. As the violet flame moves specifically into the root, we're bringing this master clearing, this master transmutation frequency to the root of the tension in the skull, in the temples, in the cheekbones, into the ligaments, the muscles, the bones. Breathing the violet flame light in. And now the Arcturians want to work with the emerald ray, bringing the emerald ray through again the skull, the temples, the cheekbones, the whole jaw, the muscles, the bone, the ligaments. Breathing in the emerald ray. You can repeat mentally, I'm softening my jaw. I'm relaxing my jaw. I'm releasing my jaw. If it feels good, you can allow the tip of the tongue to softly rest on the back upper front teeth. As we're transmuting the cellular debris, the emotional tension that's held in the jaw. Three more breaths. Knowing there's nothing left to hold on to, allowing all holding to soften and melt, and receiving one more deep breath to integrate. And then you can gently open your eyes and you can let us know how you're feeling, Janine. Two things that are coming before you go to bed at night. You can say, I call the violet flame light to release the root of this tension of this cellular debris, and then calling in that emerald ray frequency. Also, I'll share a little bit more about this at the end, but jaw tension or any kind of holding pattern tension, there is a whole program on the nervous system regeneration, and one of the healing audio transmissions is for parasympathetic mode. And the more time we can spend in that mode, when we realize like there's um to allow that softening of that sort of stress and pressure that so many of us hold on ourselves, that would be really beneficial for you, Janine, or anyone who's having tension issues, whether that be in the jaw or elsewhere.
Mm. Wow, thank you. So, I don't know if we have the comments from Janine. I'm just looking at the Q&A. She said that everything you shared around resonated so deeply with her, and so she will invite the violet flame before going to bed, and she thanks you so much for your work and everything that you are and do. So that's Janine.
Thank you, Janine. Thank you.
Okay, so now we'll move on with Gina. So Gina says, in and out of coherence with my nervous system, days on end of needing to rest, followed by short bursts of expansive feeling.
Okay. And what was the name one more time?
Gina.
Gina. Okay. All right, so everyone is welcome to receive this healing transmission for Gina that will go to Gina and everyone listening, especially anyone. So, if anyone's having issues with fatigue, with feeling not enough energy, or the energy is not regulated, these short bursts of energy, but then feeling really fatigued. So again, bring your awareness as you softly close your eyes, bringing your awareness to the crystal chamber field of light all around you. Bringing your awareness to the Arcturian emissaries of light, to Helioha and the crystal chamber master healers. Receiving a few deep breaths here. So the Arcturians are showing that there is a energetic blockage where the thoracic spine, the in between the last two vertebrae of the thoracic spine, so kind of right in that mid spine. And they're going to work with the violet flame light now to open up the energy flow through the nerves. And the Arcturians are sharing how the crystal chambers also transmute the collective heaviness. So bringing the attention to that transmutation with this really pure harmonic liquid light, protection and transmutation from any collective heaviness. It's that collective heaviness that has been tiring the nervous system, along with the collective uncertainty and fear. So bringing the violet flame light to the last two, the lower two thoracic vertebrae. And then from there, asking the violet flame light to extend into every nerve in the body. All the places that the nerves have held on to the sort of collective weariness, the Arcturians are saying. This is being transmuted with a very pure frequency of light. And now the Arcturians are bringing in their blue diamond light of regeneration. And we're asking for optimal energy flow through the meridians of the body, through the energy channels, through the energy centers, through the nerves. Choosing, allowing, and aligning with optimal energetic balance. And that sort of knot, that band in the thoracic vertebrae is unwound and cleared now. And you can receive 3 more breaths, just feeling the energy flow, that Arcturian blue diamond light flowing through the crystal chamber, light flowing through the nerves. A mantra they are giving is, with every breath I receive, my energy levels are being optimized. With every breath I receive, I am filling with the Arcturian light. Receiving another breath to integrate. And then you can gently open your eyes and let us know how you're feeling. But with this particular, any symptomology of fatigue, of feeling like you have to rest all the time, of feeling like the energy levels aren't balanced, to me, that's one of the biggest signs of needing nervous system support and healing. And that is available. The Arcturians had channeled to me an entire audio transmission program on every single aspect of the nervous system, which is so healing and has really helped a lot of people reclaim and balance their energy levels. So I really highly recommend that as well. I know we have a really special sort of offer and that we're doing with that I'll share about, but that chronic fatigue type feeling is a big sign to give your nervous system a lot of support, and the Arcturians really want to help us with that because they want us to have the energy to do everything that we're here to do.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Hillary and the Arcturian. So Gina, maybe we can wait for your your comment. So yes, she says it's been lovely and she has a much clearer feeling now.
Oh, good.
Yes, so thank you. So we'll move on to the third mini healing. So it's from Carolina. So I've been on survival for practically my whole life as I am a really sensitive being. I've been connecting with my soul family and do my own light language, but I feel my body is still in survival. I would love some support. So
Oh,
that's Carolina.
thank you, Carolina. We're going to prepare this healing transmission for you and anybody who feels that sense of in survival mode and one of those survival mechanisms like the fight, flight, fawn, freeze mechanisms of the nervous system, how the nervous system sort of copes with the reality and the human experience. And I know how difficult it can be being a very energetically sensitive soul, experiencing a lot of what we've all experienced in this human experience. So, one of the main things, and we're still within it, and we'll really bring our focus back to it, is that the Arcturian shared with me that the crystal chamber is kind of like a refuge where when we are surrounded in this really pure frequency of light and held by the Arcturians, with the crystalline light being so harmonic, it's a place where we can have a sort of refuge or a retreat from the collective energies. So it's a really, really powerful healing technology for people who are energetically sensitive, where you can ask that that field of light be anchored around you, ask to enter in the crystal chamber before you go to sleep. And let's bring our focus back to it now. So, this is our last healing transmission. So, I invite everyone to be open to receive as much as you can. Carolina and everyone will do a deeper healing on this sort of survival consciousness. So, as you softly close your eyes, the Arcturians are showing me it's really a program within the matrix, this fight or flight survival program. And when we're held in the crystal chamber technology, we have an even heightened ability to unplug from this program. Pardon me. This fight for survival program. So they're showing Carolina and for everyone that this program is like a kind of like a tube or you could think of it like a cord, but it's a bit of a wide one, about 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall. And the Arcturian emissaries of light are unplugging this tube. So if you give permission to unplug, which really is from the fear matrix, the fear survival matrix program, if you're giving permission to unplug from this program, you can say yes now. And the Arcturian emissaries of light are disconnecting, they're dislodging this cord, which for many is actually plugged directly into the root chakra. For others is plugged into the sort of the front around the chest. Wherever it may be plugged in, it is being disconnected now. Receive a breath. Inhale to repeat out loud after me. I am consciously choosing to unplug and transmute all energies of the fear survival matrix. So, with your permission, the Arcturian emissaries of light have disconnected this cord, and they are returning this cord to the grand central sun for full transmutation. That is done and complete now. Well done. And the Arcturians are showing how Carolina and how many of us who are highly energetically sensitive need even more of a boost to the Mylonian sheath, this sort of energetic layer of protection around all of our nerves. So the crystal chamber master healers working with their Stargate wands, their Vogel wands, 11 different Vogel Stargate wands. They are channeling the Arcturian blue diamond light to fully strengthen this energetic layer of protection around every nerve. They're inviting you to count 5 breaths. As this Arcturian blue diamond light is doing more repair and regeneration for the Mylonian sheath. Allowing deeper ease. Softening of the jaw, softening of the shoulders. Sort of like a pressure release. One more breath to integrate. And then when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. Hmm. And as you do, really feel the presence of the crystal chamber consciousness around you, and imagine with X-ray vision, you're tuning into this really beautiful blue diamond light, creating a deeper energetic protection around every nerve. And Carolina, when you're ready, you can let us know how you're feeling. Sending extra love to you.
Yes, well, while Caroline is sharing, I want also to share. I really felt this, yes, this liberation here around the heart. It was, whew, it felt so good because I guess we are all, well, yes, we are all within this matrix, and it feels so good every time we can do something to to release it.
Oh, that's beautiful because I saw from many people that cord of the fear survival matrix was plugged into the heart. Almost for maybe 40-50% of those receiving the transmission, and then for the rest, it was plugged into the through the back into the root chakra, into the tailbone. And just, yeah, allow yourself to kind of wiggle, like wiggle into the new reality of being cleansed, of release, that that is fully released. It's no longer in the energy field at all. We're all divinely protected by our Arcturian guides. And just feeling that, yeah, that sweet
Mm.
release. I'm glad that you felt it on me.
Yes. Yes, well, I think Carolina is, well, we're waiting for her comment. Oh, yes, she says, thank you so, so much. I could feel a lot of energies moving in my body and field. I felt my body relax. I appreciate it so much. I've been asking my guides to leave the matrix and collective energy as it is so dense. I feel calm.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you for
Yeah.
that share. That's beautiful.
Yes, it's really amazing work that you're doing, Hillary, and the Arcturians, of course, the Arcturian teams. And so we'll move on to the. Before that, I want to remind you if you want to receive this free bonus gift from Hillary, just put your name, your full name, and email in the Q&A, and so we'll send it after the event. And so actually, you've been mentioning this program that you have created, and we have tasted all those beautiful Arcturian healing energies that you shared. So there's this program, as you were mentioning, and we are doing this special offer for people to be able to work with it even deeper. So can you tell us about it, maybe, and if you can share the screen so that we can see the web page, and also for anybody who is interested to receive the link, just put it in the Q&A, and well, so that so that we can answer you and send you the link right now. And of course, you will receive it afterwards, with together with the email and the replay. But if you want to receive the link right now, just put it in the Q&A now.
Oh, thank you so much for inviting me to share about this. And thank you everyone for listening. What happened was when I was doing so many of these one-on-one sessions with the nervous system regeneration, the Arcturians wanted to create a series of transmissions for each aspect of the nervous system. And in these series of transmissions, it would be a deep healing for each aspect. And how it works is I did a lot of channeling with them, and I'll pull up the screen as well too to show you this beautiful page. Let me see if I can pull that up to share now. Here we go. Is this the masterclass or the other one? Let me see. Let me see which one this is. One second, I'll stop the share and make sure that I have the correct page pulled up. I had it a second ago. Let me get it again. Here it is. Here we go. Okay, I'll start the screen share one more time. Thank you for bearing with me. There we go. Me. So yes, this
Oh
page,
yes, it's showing up now. Yes.
you can see it. Wonderful. This page is where you can learn all about the Arcturian Crystal Chamber nervous system regeneration. and me and Annalise because we know how important nervous system healing is for every single aspect of our being, how much it affects every other system in our body, how it affects our healing, how it affects our relationships, our ability to receive abundance. It really affects everything that we wanted to bring this program that's really the most powerful program and deeply healing program the Arcturians have ever brought to me to make it accessible to be able to access the crystal chamber consciousness anytime. So, what the Arcturians showed me is that they wanted to create these series of transmissions where I would put in this specific binaural beat and solfeggio frequency for that aspect of the nervous system. I would be guiding it like a really beautiful guided meditation or visualization. But what would happen is that when you press play, it brings the Arcturian emissaries of light and the Arcturian crystal chamber master healers bring the frequency of the nervous system regeneration chamber directly to you. And this is something you could start your day with this. This is something that you could fall asleep to at night. This is something that if you needed a reset halfway through the day because you're a caretaker or you have a demanding job or you're really invested in your own healing journey at this time, it works through every aspect of the nervous system. So on this beautiful page, it really talks more about how we can unlock our body's natural healing abilities within the Arcturian crystal chambers and how these six MP3s are healing transmissions that it is known, the Arcturians told me when someone presses play, the entire transmission will activate and they will help the person receive all of the crystal chamber healing. And there are so many incredible testimonials, like Thomas, who struggled with low back pain and joint discomfort, and nothing was working until he started working with these healing transmissions. Julie had been doing chiropractic care and physiotherapy for years, and nothing helped her more than the Arcturian blue healing light. There are so many testimonials for this program. And I want to share how it includes every aspect of the nervous system. So the first transmission, and each one are about 30 minutes. Again, I'm guiding you through it. You're communing with the Arcturians. The Arcturians are coming to you with your higher self and my higher self to facilitate the healing. And the first is parasympathetic nervous system reset, the ability to spend more time in parasympathetic mode. In parasympathetic mode, we experience joy, happiness, connection. This is where our body is healing. It's in the sympathetic mode when we're in the fight, feeling like we have to fight against someone or fight against life, feeling like we have to maybe freeze or flight or run away or fawn. We have to people please in order to be safe. When we're in that mode, we're sometimes disconnected from our truest being. We're in the like doing mode, the survival mode, instead of that deep being mode. So having more time when we can be in this mode of being and self-healing, we're in this mode, we access the higher dimensions of consciousness. So the first one is to be able to spend more time in that parasympathetic mode, in that mode of being, the mode of peace, bliss, joy, self-healing. The sympathetic mode is very important as well, too. I sometimes joke that if we only had the parasympathetic and not the sympathetic, that we would maybe be like a sloth. Like the sympathetic mode really gives us the ability to get up and go, to make a decision, to fight if we needed to defend ourselves, to run away from a situation if we needed to. It's a very powerful system. But what has happened is little things that are not worthy of triggering this system can trigger this system. And the Arcturians are saying now, when the sympathetic mode gets triggered too often, we're uptight, the body can get inflamed. That inflammation can lead to so many diseases within the body. So this is about calibrating this system so that we have more energy, vitality, and focus and can use this system when we really need the system instead of just going into this mode for any reason at all. The third is the vagus nerve recalibration. So we did a little bit in the transmission working with the vagus nerve, but this is really the full transmission with the vagus nerve, which is the longest cranial nerve. It's the information highway between the brain, the body, and the organs. It's such a vital part of our nervous system because it regulates our internal organs, our breath, our heart rate. So the vagus nerve recalibration really allows us to experience more of that deeper ease, that deeper peace, the connection to our guides, the connection to higher consciousness, and more bliss too. That's one of the benefits I get from working with my vagus nerve is experiencing a lot more bliss. Where even at one point I was like, why did I used to be so stressed? It didn't even make sense anymore. It didn't even really connect anymore. So the Arcturians had said within these healing transmissions, we can unwind years worth of anxiousness and really return to heart coherence so that we can have that full body balance. The fourth transmission the Arcturians brought to me is all about relationships. They were showing me how the stress of others, the emotional highs and lows of others as children with our parental figures, as adults, how that energy can get stuck in the nervous system. And this entire session is about healing, releasing emotional abuse, releasing the emotional highs and lows of others that may have gotten caught in our nervous system so that our nervous system can really be calibrated with ourselves and we can have a higher ability to respond instead of react when others around us may be experiencing these emotional highs and lows, and to have this deeper energetic protection that we can be aware of it, of course, without having to empath it and hold it within our nervous system. That is the fourth transmission. The fifth is really about the roots of emotional pain, how within the nervous system we can hold a lot of trauma and emotional pain within the nervous system. So this is really working on a deep cellular level for healing, transmuting, alchemizing emotional pain within the nervous system. Within this one, we work with Kuan Yin as well, and so many beautiful guides, including the Crystal Temple Master Healers, to really unwind and bring deep compassion. And then the sixth one is where we're really working with the somatic aspect of the nervous system. So we're covering every aspect, the sympathetic, the parasympathetic, all aspects of the nervous system. And the somatic is is about really bringing deeper healing to inflammation and the physical body. Any like the kind of discomfort that we may feel within the physical body so that we can bring the body into deeper homeostasis. So this is what the crystal chamber nervous system regeneration is, and I want to share this special offer that it's never been offered at this price before, and it doesn't matter what currency you're in as well. You can do the currency change, but it's 97 euros for for just 48 hours, we're offering this really special price, and then it will go up to 127 euros after that. So for the next 48 hours, if this, I'm going to stop the screen share now, but if this time together, connecting to the Arcturians, connecting to the crystal chamber consciousness, if it benefited your nervous system, I really want to invite you to receive this really special program that will go deeper into each aspect of the nervous system, something that you can have for life and really use to reset, renew, replenish yourself whenever something may come up and you need that support. And how people work with it is, as I do recommend every transmission within it, but if you're dealing with emotional issue, you can work more with the emotional one. If you're dealing more with a stress issue, you can work with the sympathetic or parasympathetic. If it's a relationship issue, if it's a physical discomfort issue, there is a transmission for each that you can continue working with, maybe fall asleep to every night or once a week or just whatever feels good to you. But it's a really, really beautiful opportunity to deepen the healing with the Arcturians.
Wow, yeah, wow. Thank you for unpacking all of this and all the benefits that that this program brings. And again, it's this beautiful Arcturian frequency that you this beautiful extraterrestrial technology that you are uh, bringing through to us. So it's really amazing. So again, for people who are interested, just write in the Q&A, ask for the link, and we will answer right away in the Q&A, and you will also receive it afterwards, of course, by emails. So I really hope you will jump on board with Hillary and the Arcturian teams because it seems so, yes, so replenishing and so easy also. It seems, as you were saying, it's like 3 minutes or 5 minutes.
They're longer than that, like 28 minutes, but some people listen to them on silent, like while they're working too, to access the frequencies. But what the Arcturians downloaded, they when they asked me to create these series of transmissions for the full nervous system healing, they said the idea is when someone presses play, it is an instant connection to the crystal chambers to them. So it's so easy to use. You can just lay in bed, lay in shavasana, go outside into nature. They're really, really beautiful, beautiful transmissions that are very, very deeply healing and have created incredible results for people in their healing journey.
Well, amazing. And thanks again. And right, so before we move on to the Q&A, just a reminder, if you want to receive another bonus gift from Hillary, it's the latest Cosmic Truth Summit replay. Please drop your name and email in the Q&A. So in the yes Q&A below. So now we will move on to the wrap up part of this session. So well, if you have any questions about the masterclass, about what Hillary just shared, about her program, please drop us your questions here in the Q&A, and we will and I will relay them to Hillary as they come up. And we'll see, but maybe we'll take maybe 2 or 3 questions. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Perfect.
So I'm just waiting to see if there are any things. And while we're waiting, oh yes, so the first question is there light language on the audios of discourse?
Yes. In every one of them, part of it is a light language transmission. Yes.
All right, can light language be learned? I'm not sure if my cues are going, yes, sorry, I was reading, but can light language be learned?
Yes. It is, I believe, like a soul level transmission where we've all had a lifetime in these different star civilizations, but there are techniques that you can learn to help these multidimensional codes come through.
Mm, right. And is Sanat Kumara the commander of this mothership, the Arcturian mothership?
Sana Kamara, the commander of the Arcturian mothership. Yes. And Giuliano is the captain of the starship Athena. But yes, they are very connected. And what is also the Arcturians really work with all the beings. Like they work with the goddesses. That's why the starship Athena is called the starship Athena after the goddess Athena. They work with the masters and it's really a collaboration. They work with the whole team.
Oh, amazing. And another question is, I'd love to connect with my Arcturian guides. How can I do this?
One of the deeper ways to do it is through the nervous system regeneration program, because when the guides come to you, especially Helioha and Giuliano, you can ask before you're doing each transmission that your primary Arcturian guide come to you. And when you're in that deeper meditative state, many people receive information from their Arcturian guides and about their primary Arcturian guides.
Wow, that's amazing. And Hillary, when will the ascension be complete on Earth? Wow.
I don't know if there's a specific time because there are multiple timelines and it really is dependent on each one of us. It's really dependent on humanity and each one of us individually, where there are multiple timelines. But to say which one and the exact time, I think it's not really fully clear yet, but it is well underway. We are well on the road with the ascension process.
Great. And so has that's another question about the program. Has this clearing ever not worked or worked negatively? What might get in the way of success?
I've never had anyone share anything negative with it because the Arcturians are so incredibly pure and loving and joyful. They really are the purest team of light. I don't One of the biggest things that can get in the way of people's success with healing their nervous system or anything is holding on to thought forms that are against it. The Arcturians shared that with me once, even before they channeled this whole program to me. At one point, I had kind of overbooked myself and I had a lot on my plate, which I'm in a very different space now, but I had overwhelmed myself, let's say that. And then I had this repetitive thought of, my nerves are frayed, my nerves are frayed, my nerves are frayed. And the Arcturians came to me and they said, when you think that thought, this will happen. So I think what could get in the way of someone's success is if they're having um, choosing to believe or repetitively think things that are against what they want. And then the Arcturian showed me, like, you have the choice. What do you want? And then they gave me to say, with every breath I receive, my nerves are being calmed and replenished and renewed. And they said, you focus on that, and that is what will be happening. So that's just a little story. But yeah, people have just really beautiful, profound experiences with the nervous system regeneration.
Amazing, thank you. And last question, can the Arcturians work with us in dream time?
Definitely, definitely.
Wow, so well, it's been really amazing, and I want really to thank you again, Hillary, and all the Arcturians who were here with us today. And of course, I want to thank all of you who were here today. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for bringing your energy to this gathering because as Hillary was mentioning, as the more we gather in such events, the more we also have this action on the collective, isn't it, Hillary?
Yes, the energy really multiplies when we come together in these ways and it ripples out and has an effect on the collective. So thank you so much for hosting this and inviting your beautiful community and to everyone who joined us. I'm truly grateful.
Yes, thank you again to everyone. And well, I hope you'll jump on board this magnificent opportunity and this beautiful program that Hillary is sharing today with us. So, well, we'll wrap up and thank you for joining in this first Cosmic Truth conversation. And I'm looking forward to connecting with all of you guys um, in the near time. So thank you and namaste, everyone.